So it's horse time. As I said, I've got 3 of the 4 coloured horses. It is the dark brown I'm missing. So I've got the chestnut, the yellow, and as you've seen last video, if you watched it, which so far very few have, the white horse. I was determined, and I still am. I'm going to open the white, but the yellow does look very nice, as well as that one. They all look good. So I'm going to get one of these out and have a closer look at it. And here's the horse out of the pack. So before I get into all the details of movement articulation, I just want to go over what it comes with, which is basically what you see. But it does come with this stand, which has a few attachments. You can take this bit off at the end, so you can put on different things. And there is a point under the horse. There's a hole there, and I don't know if you want to talk about it, there's a hole the back there as well, so you could get him into poses and that. But it's sort of in a strange spot, but I have used it to put him up on his hind legs, so I'll probably show that in some B-roll. There's also this straight pole that has this bit that attaches to it. I guess in the other one will attach as well. And then a couple of claws. This one with a square connection, and it's screwed together, so that's more of like for a figure sort of to hold. And then this other one, which has the hook as well for, like, I'm guessing the crotch. But the claws are separate, and they just, whenever you move them, they want to pop out. But I haven't been able to work out what these are actually meant to be for. If they're to try and like hold a figure on the horse or something, I'm not sure. I'm not worried because the horse stands really well by himself, and I'll go over in a bit what different figures look like on it, and they all seem to sit really well on it. So getting into the horse, he looks great. I'm really impressed with, for the price, how this looks. So you've got a nice, very soft, rubberish sort of rein that moves back. Same with the stirrups, I'm pretty sure they're called. Someone correct me if that's wrong. And the saddle looks great. You can pop this off and adjust the stirrups, but you can't actually remove the whole thing to leave it as just a plain horse. So I'll show you quickly because it's not too hard without them coming off. So you can pop it off like that. There's a connection there, but this bit doesn't come off. The underneath bit doesn't come off. The stirrups can come off, so you can get rid of them, and then it just clicks back on. So articulation wise, is pretty good. He can go up to that far and down there. Also has a bit of left and right movement, so you can look around, which is nice. The neck, that's pretty much up as far as we'll go. We'll go down there. It does leave a bit of a gap, so looks better upright, which is more the normal position. Front legs can go that far, back that far. The knee joint doesn't go forward as horses don't. It does go back 90 degrees, and then you've got the lower part of the ankle. I'm trying to hold this all here, which once again doesn't really go forward, but goes back again 90 degrees. So very natural movement. Back leg can go back all the way there, the kicking position, and go forward that much. It does have a bit of twist in it. It's on a ball joint, I'm guessing. I'm looking there, looks like it. Back legs again, as a horse is, only goes back to dead straight there. But quite a good amount of positioning there. And the ankle, sorry horse, that looks really inappropriate, can go forward and back, so a little bit more range there. The front also does have a little bit of in and out It's not just stuck in one position. And then tail can lift and move around, it can rotate, so it's up to you where you want it to sit. So yeah, really good range of articulation for this horse. I'm pretty impressed with what they've managed to do here, especially with the price point. The legs do seem fairly solid. He stands relatively easy, but there has been a couple of times when I was moving around and a leg would just, like, if there was too much pressure on it, would just collapse. So I think it's something to still be wary of, that it's not absolutely perfect as far as joints, but it's pretty good. I'll get some footage here of some of the different figures I've got riding on it. Funny enough, Police Girl, who has trouble on sitting on a bunch of things without her legs popping off, actually was probably one of the nicest fits on here. You'll be watching them now. The other good one actually was Lando. I thought he'd look way too big. He does look a little bit big, but if you've seen a taller person on a slightly smaller horse, it doesn't look that out of place. Whereas the smaller girls, once again, they don't look too out of place, because you see small girls on a bigger horse and it still fits within the scale. Even though sometimes some of them, or a lot of them, the stirrups don't really reach in the right spot, but they can be changed around with a bit of fiddling and that. But overall, I'm actually really impressed how this horse looks. And having the few different colours, you could easily have a bunch of these, you know, in a farm setting or something like that. The only problem is, as I said, with the saddle not being able to be taken off, it sort of limits it a little bit. Even if there was a part there just to take the saddle off and put a cover over there to make it look like he's got the blanket on. But it would have been nice if the whole thing could have been removed and have a plain horse for, you know, a different appearance sort of thing, being just out in a paddock. Same with the stirrup, the reins, sorry. These can't come off, or haven't found the way to get it off. It seems to be glued on there, and these are painted on. For a horse that's going to look like this, I think they've done a really good job, and I'm pretty impressed with how he looks. So that'll do it for this review. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps out the channel. And if you think this video deserves a like, then I'd appreciate that too. So I'll see you in the next video for some more miniatures review.